Welcome and welcome back to this Metro Icon podcast. And if this is your first time to the show, hey, welcome to the show and thanks for tuning in. And in case you guys do not know who I am, I'm Shawn Kay the Showman of Do It All Entertainment, and DIA Media Solutions is bringing you this Metro Icon podcast episode. Before I talk about the person I got on the episode today, I want to let you know of some upcoming shows. Last week, we did the very first live podcast party at the Library Bar with my boy BLJ, Blue Label Johnny, and it went above and beyond what we could have possibly expected. We got so much intrigue and so many people that came through just to check out what was going on, because this is the first time that any place has done a live podcast party, and it went so amazing that now Tuesdays are locked, and I have the full residency at the Library Bar every single Tuesday, where now we have the live podcast party that's going to be happening on the first and third Tuesday of the month, and then the second and fourth Tuesday of the month is the open mic and karaoke night. So that's what I'll be doing tonight as I'm pre-recording this intro for the episode. And of course, we do have some upcoming shows outside of what I got going on at Library Bar. But yes, of course, I'm back at Library Bar this Friday, DJing the night Friday night on the 27th. And then this Saturday, the 28th, you can actually catch me at Hyenas in Fort Worth on the comedy show hosted by my guy Panda Chacon at Hyenas Comedy Club in Fort Worth. So make sure you guys get your tickets, because I believe there's about 15 tickets left. It's going to be a sold-out show. We got some amazing heavy hitters in comedy around the DFW scene that are going to be showing up. And as well, on February 17th and 18th, you can catch me emceeing all 4 shows at the Comedy Arena for Nick Griffin. And then on the 19th, I'm going to be at Dallas Comedy Club with my guy Noah Shark Robertson for an amazing comedy show where Mitch Burrow will be the headliner. And of course, make sure you guys are taking advantage of our amazing sponsors. First, we got InsiderCloth.com. You can get 10% off your next order using promo code DIACloth, that's DIACloth at InsiderCloth.com. It is the last microfiber cloth you will ever need, and I've been posting them on my shirts, y'all, and I promise you, it has actually been a low-key benefit throughout my day. You have no idea. And of course, make sure you guys hit up Teddy at D&K Contracting. Teddy Johnson, bro, this guy knows how to hook you up, whether it's your home restoration project or that insurance claim you need to get done. This is the guy to help you get it done and give you the best return on that next project you got going on. The highest quality of service that is not going to break your bank account. I promise you. Make sure you guys hit up teddyj.dkcontracting@gmail.com for your next home restoration project. And of course, we got Do It All Entertainment and DIA Media Solutions. Whether it's your next live event or media package, make sure you guys hit us up to get up to $150 off your next package. This is going to be a very fun episode because I'm actually talking to my guy downtown, Tony Brown. Always fun to say. And this is a homie that I met actually doing the Metro Icon competition series. And we've maintained the relationship through that too. So he's got quite a journey through the comedy game and worked with some of the biggest comedians out in the game right now. So turn your speakers up and get ready. Here is my episode with my guy downtown, Tony Brown.
You could do it all. You can't.
Do it all, baby.
That's right. You know what it is. Do it all here. Man, my name is Shawn Kay the Showman. I'm all tripped up, y'all, because we get in this spot here at the neighborhood spot in Duncanville. And I'm sitting with a guy, because you know what we do on this show, y'all. This is the Metro Icon Podcast, where we talk about the world of entertainment and media and the icons that live in it. And I got an OG icon in the house, y'all. My dude, he has been featured on HBO, Def Comedy Jam, and he's been with acts like Dave Chappelle and Ricky Smiley. Man, I got my dude, downtown Tony Brown.
Well, boy, I tell you, This is wonderful.
Yeah, you like this?
Yeah, I like this.
I'll
man.
tell you what, y'all. We did a couple spots during Metro Icon, and
Speaking of spots, why don't y'all tell where we're at right quick?
oh, yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm
Okay,
gonna talk about
okay,
it.
see,
I'm just prefacing the relationship right now.
John is on it.
Yeah, BLJ in the background. You guys can hear him. But me and Tony actually did a few advertising spots when Metro Icon was going through. And we had a whole lot of fun, and we just kept the relationship alive. And then he told me about this neighborhood spot in Duncanville, and that's exactly where we are, as you can see from the background. And in case you guys need to know, this is located at 511 East Camp Wisdom. Hashtag D. Hashtag D. That's what it is. Not number D. Hashtag D.
East Camp Wisdom Road.
East Camp Wisdom
Road. If you don't do the road, I found that out in Texas. If you don't do after the center part, like the road, the street, you're on the other side of town. But
That's right.
It's the same street.
Hashtag D in Duncanville. That's right.
Yeah.
And they got some cool stuff. Especially they got like a full bar. It's a bit of an entertainment venue, which is how you got introduced here. You did the show here, right?
Yeah.
And so they got a whole lot of specialty items as well, like the Hood Rita. The Hood Margarita.
Yeah, it's just a Hood Rita now. I stand. You can't drink but two of them. Because you do two of them bad boys.
Listen, man, if you getting served anything in the hood, you shouldn't be drinking more than two anyway.
I didn't know that.
I mean, come on, Tony. Who you trying to play, bro?
I'm a special kind of guy.
Who you trying to play, bro? I know damn well.
But here, this place is really nice. Man, they got a mirror in the men's bathroom.
A mirror?
A full mirror.
A full
You
mirror?
can stand up and
Don't
check
tell
your
lies.
clothes.
Hey,
I'm not lying.
Hey, man, don't even do that.
The mirror got reflections?
Yeah.
It got them reflections?
And it's got a lock on the door.
It got a lock?
And you can't, and ain't but one person can go in now.
Man, you know what?
Yeah, I like
I'm
it.
I'm about to go in that bathroom, I'm gonna pop it and then lock it.
Man, I'm telling you.
And then drop it.
And this gonna sound crazy. And the toilet tissue roll is right here, not down there. You know the ones that be down there like a Quick Trip?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get to.
Yeah. I bet it's cleaner than a Quick Trip too.
Much cleaner. I wanted to stay in there. I didn't want to come out.
You know what? I heard the bathroom standards at the neighborhood spot is close to a Buc-ee's. That's, it's kind of similar to that world famous bathroom.
It's pretty high class.
I'm sure it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty
and
high
then we got the beautiful Pearl. She's just hanging out. She's shooting something for the social medias and stuff. Look good. It look good, Pearl. Yeah, that's right.
Boy.
So Tony, man, how you been, bro? I haven't seen you in like damn well a year, bro.
Well, yeah, I've been doing so many things, man. I'm
just glad you're still alive. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
Now here's the deal. So I've been hanging out with the big wigs, when 50 Cent came, we did go to what is this? The bowling party, was exclusive, and then we went out to he got this new cognac.
Oh, he got. Oh yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah, so he got all the stores with specs.
Yeah.
So he came on that right there. That's right before he moved down to Houston. And then, sneaked around with Jamie Foxx. Jamie won't let me on the ranch because
y'all hear how casually he talks about, I was hanging out with 50 Cent, hanging out with Jamie Foxx and stuff. Like, it's just like an everyday thing, bro.
Yeah, but see,
you know what's some bullshit?
What?
You never invite me once.
Wait, but see, my matter.
You never invite me once, bro. Wow. Why you not telling these homies? You know what that is?
No,
you know what I gotta say that?
What? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But see, like 50 Cent, I started hanging out with 50 Cent back in Brooklyn. There's a lot of you guys that they come to town and they start in Brooklyn and then my little manager, he pops up and goes, "Hey Tony, he in town. They want you to be here." I mean, even like Mike Tyson. I knew Mike Tyson before he started knocking people out. He was knocking folks out in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you knew Mike Tyson before he worked out his lisp.
Right, but Mike Tyson had been fighting years before he got in the ring.
Yeah, you met Mike Tyson when he was still angry.
Yeah, he was.
He peaceful now.
Yeah, that's true because he was ghetto.
Did you hear about Mike Tyson's new business venture?
No.
So he got into the weed game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Mike Tyson got into the weed game. And get this, he now has a partnership with Evander Holyfield, selling weed edibles called holy ears.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
How genius
That's a genius.
is that? And that's how you mend a bad story right there.
Yeah,
you know?
that's how the weed thing. My manager, he got to get contact with this guy. It's supposed to be like maybe 5 hours from here.
Yeah.
It's got a whole big old farm and that stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not in Texas though.
I don't think it's in Texas.
No, it can't be in Texas.
No.
I know damn well. Texas has been losing out on that damn money for a minute. But hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully it gets progressive enough that the state finally, passes that green law and they can start bringing even more money than the state already has.
But weed is legal in Denton now.
Weed is legal in no way.
It was on the news 2 weeks ago.
It's decriminalized.
It's
not necessarily
decriminalized.
The same thing.
It's probably decriminalized, but it's not legal. So it's like you can't get arrested in Denton for like weed possession. But like
it's kind of like because it's still a federal
you can get a
crime.
ticket. You can get a ticket.
The police can opt not to give you a ticket because it's decriminalized, but they can if they want to make it an issue, they can still make it an issue.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not the same thing. Decriminalized is not the same thing as legal.
Yeah.
That's the reason why pot farms can't keep their money in federal banks. It's not legal to put that money in federal banks. They got to keep all their money cash.
Oh, because like in New York, if you can walk down the street, smoke a joint, and drink a beer, because most
That's
of the
how it is
cops.
in Chicago now.
In
They
New
don't give a
York,
shit in Chicago.
Yeah, in New York, everybody's lighting up on the streets.
Yeah, because the cops they go like, we ain't got time to write that shit up.
So man, what you been doing in this last year, bro?
Well, this last year I've been going around with the local people and getting screwed out of money. I know.
Ain't that the story of your life, man?
Yeah, kind of, not really. But since I've been in Texas, it's been like that because they tell you one thing, but what's her name? Miss Camacho, Melanie told me, she said, Tony, you got to stop doing that. She said, now you know the rules in New York. You see, like in New York, you get paid up front. Mm-hmm. Okay, better yet, you get paid. What is it? Half of it for the deposit, and you get paid right before you walk on stage, or you don't go on stage.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's respect to the game right there. I would appreciate that.
But here, they be like, hey man, work with me. I said, work with you. I just work for you.
Yeah. Come on, recognize.
So I've been bouncing around, doing some little local stuff, and I've been trying to stay above ground a little bit because
including the neighborhood spot.
The neighborhood spot is just. It was a welcome relief to come to a establishment like this.
Yeah. But sometimes, man, it's like when you've been in the game as long as you have, when you go to sometimes the local spots that are just so grateful for you being there and they show you that love and they show you respect, like that goes way beyond the dollar amount that you would make at sometimes at bigger places. So I understand that. Because me and John, we do a lot of local like spots and he'll tell you this, like we both only reoccur at the places that we have the same respect that they have for us,
right.
And that goes a long way. It's the spots that bat for their talent, they're not willing to just take the side of any drunk Neanderthal that just had a problem with whatever bullshit you might have said, but willing to bat for you and bat for the people that they have coming into their spot to work. So again, it's like mad love. We have to show love, and this is what we're doing, yo. We're featuring right now the neighborhood spot. We're talking about downtown Tony Brown. If you got a business out there, we can come and set up, and you can be just as impressed as Tony was. Look at Tony was mad.
Mobile.
Yeah, because I don't think even when I did my radio spots with you, it didn't look like this.
No, I didn't look nothing like this.
Yeah, and that was a radio station.
Yeah, we was in the hood.
Yeah, a little bit.
We was in the hood. When you get out of the car, you got to look for snakes crawling around.
Yeah. It
Coyotes.
It had one of them sweet numbers.
Yeah,
locations, the sweets. But yeah.
Sweets number.
But hey, Tony, man, you gonna come out to my comedy show next Wednesday?
I
right?
will.
Wow, you really
be
gonna put
there.
him on the spot on the pod like that's crazy.
What was that?
What?
You gonna put him on the spot on the pod?
Listen, bro. This is what we do.
That's why he's a wild boy.
The world of
How
entertainment
you gonna be
media.
friends with somebody like this?
I'll be there.
Yeah, he will be there. That's
I'll
how
be
you.
there.
That's how you get accountability right there, because you got to put it on camera.
Yeah, because you forced him on camera.
I will be there.
Because
Sean don't really force me to do anything. Yeah.
But you know, it's I've jumped into this comedy game. It's actually celebrating my 1 year in comedy. So
congratulations!
Thank you very much.
A lot of folks fall out.
Trust me, I've seen it.
But you know, I've been working with people lately that needed to fall out.
Yeah.
They still.
I'll tell you this. You know, it's been a journey and a half, but I definitely felt like I caught the bug. You know, I caught the bug in a sense where, you know, I became so addicted. I'm like, I have to do mics at least twice a week, or it was once a week, then it went to twice a week, and now I'm doing at least like 3-4 mics a week, and then I started getting featured on shows. But it was interesting because, you know, when you tell a comedian that you're like, oh, I just started doing comedy, there's no love given. There's very rarely do you get love given by the comedian. You know, most of the time it's responded with the flex, like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for 10 years, so get the fuck out of my face. But
you know, now this might sound kind of crazy. I've only ran into that kind of thing in Texas. It don't happen in New York.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll tell you this though, is that I started to get it. I started to get why comedians wouldn't take a fresh comedian as seriously, because there's so many people that come into the game and they're like, I can be funny, I think I can do stand-up, and like I hear it all the time. I'm like, yeah, you think that you can do stand-up, you know? And so when I understand when a comedian says like, oh, I just started doing stand-up, it's like, you don't, like, until you've seen that person on a continuous basis. It was like maybe after like 3, 4, 5, 6 encounters that these guys are seeing me at mics and seeing me at shows, then they started taking me seriously and be like, oh, this guy's actually in comedy. He's not just seeing if he could do it. So like, I also understand a little bit of the savagery that comes with the game for any starting comedian. Like, I've recognized it now. I've been in 1 year in the game. But how was it? How long have you been doing comedy, Tony?
20.
Yeah, you see how
28 years.
That's what you call seasoned thoughts. You know what I mean? Seasoned thoughts right there.
I don't want to lie.
Yeah, but no. 20, you said 20 what?
28 years.
28 years.
I've done HBO, Def Comedy Jam, and the whole shoot match. You know, when you get in there in the ranks in New York, you got to go through a whole lot of stuff in order to be recognized.
Yeah, that's a mecca.
And, you know, I started out when there was no such thing as Facebook and all that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, believe it or not, it was like they would book 5 comedians at one show. And I was always the funny comedian in the limousine. Because it was me, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock.
When did you work with Dave Chappelle? Because I think we talked about this, because I told you that Dave Chappelle's my GOAT.
Yeah, that was man. That was back before that, when Dave actually really first started.
Okay.
Yeah, because we had a club in New York called the Underground.
Was it before Half Baked?
Yeah, before Half Baked.
Yeah, okay.
And so it was a club called the Underground Comedy Club.
Okay.
Now, the Underground Comedy Club didn't open till 2 a.m. in the morning.
They didn't open till 2 a.m.
Open till 2 a.m.
That sounds like some New York shit.
Yeah, because that's where all the comedians, when we finished our sets and stuff, we would meet there, you know. And we had a camaraderie where, you know, they would go like, hey, Tony, you know, I got a headliner here. I need a feature there. We used to help each other. Yeah. You know, because we were just true believers that there's enough money out there for everybody.
Yeah, right. No, 100.
Yeah, and so it was Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Sinbad, and Ricky Smiley, and me.
Man.
And what they used to do, they used to book us like 5 comedians. And so what happened is we had to stay in shape, because if one comedian got sick, there's a breach of contract. Okay? So back then, you know, I was just introduced to weed, but I was really drinking. So when the rest of them got high in a limousine, I would mess with them.
What's your weed game now? You on that green?
I got it, but you know, first of all, I ain't figured out how to roll the blunt yet. I still use a little paper.
I can't do that shit. I mean, but you know, they have joint rollers now.
But you know, they've been had those.
Yeah, but like like
after the show, I'm gonna tell you about something. The new one is the best.
Is it for blunts, or is it just joints?
No, it knocks that all out.
All of it?
Knocks it all out.
We're gonna talk after the show. Yeah, we're gonna definitely talk to this show.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So like, man, you have an accolade and a resume that you have worked with so many of these comedians. Do you have a special?
Well, let me tell you. Now that was on HBO. Now let me tell you what happened was, when HBO first came out, they were doing comedians across the country. Mm-hmm. And what they would do, they would come and film you without you knowing it. That way they get the real you. And, I was just, I was just sitting there watching HBO one day. I said, damn, that kind of looked like me.
They didn't tell you about it?
No, they didn't. But, my manager knew about it, but they didn't tell me. So, I was going, okay, that's just my special. So then I did, what I did, Def Comedy Jam, that was wild. Def Comedy Jam was like a swinging door.
Yeah.
You go in and do the show, get out, next, next.
Yeah.
But that was, like I said, all that started way before all of this came down. And what happened when my mother passed, it kind of knocked me in the dirt a little bit. I stayed out about like 7 years. And that's when everybody started making movies and shit like that. And I'm like, damn, y'all could have told me. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, we got a few fellows here that live here in New York. I mean, not New York. And here in Texas that I didn't find out about until like a month ago.
Oh,
well, not a month ago, a year ago.
Okay.
So
you said that when your mother passed, you think that is kind of been. Did you feel like you kind of put a pause on comedy a little bit?
That's true, man. I got out of everything for at least 6-7 years. I didn't do anything because me and my mother.
So what were you doing in that 6-7 years? How were you hustling?
I think I was selling something. Oh yeah, I was doing security.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, I was doing security, and I was selling this stuff on the side. But when it came to comedy, I had to find that place to where I could be funny again.
Mm-hmm. You know what? It's kind of funny that you just mentioned that because I talked to a lot of comedians on this show. I talked to Paul Varghese. I talked to TK. A couple of these comedians, they talk about how they've been doing comedy for well over a decade, but there was also a period where like they stopped. For example, when I talked to TK, he said that he was doing comedy for like a couple of years. And out in LA, and then he had 4 shows in a row where he just bombed and didn't do well, and he just quit, and he just stopped doing. He just felt like he was just not in tune with the game and just stopped. And so, what was that transition like for you, being off of comedy for 6-7 years, and then having to come back? And I'm sure, like just times and the era has just changed, exponentially from when you were doing comedy before. So what was that transition like coming back into the comedy game?
Coming back into the comedy game, that was it was more or less like, I've always, my mother was funny. Mm-hmm. My mother used to tell me jokes, and I've always seen things funny. Mm-hmm. And so the bulk of my comedy is what I do. I mean, what I see. Like an example now, like in New York, I tell a lot of jokes about the subway.
Yeah.
Now, if I tell jokes about the subway in Texas, they ain't gonna laugh. They ain't never been on one.
Yeah.
But then when I went to Denver, I went to Denver and did what is that? Colorado Springs? Is it Colorado Springs?
Yeah.
And then
Sounds like
2 shows in Denver, and all I did was talk about Texas. It was killing them.
Yeah.
They're going like, man, you're making this up. I said, no. We talk about animals that's not in fucking cages still.
Yeah.
But it was kind of hard, and then believe it or not, I got I never forget that I did a video and I gave it to my mother before she passed. She said, Tony, you real funny, but did you have to cuss so much? I said,
my parents hated when I cuss.
Yeah, but my mom, my mom could cuss and put words together. You'd be going like, damn, I wish I had said that shit. Yeah. that was so cool. But
as soon as you have that cuss come out of your mouth, she's just smacking you in the back of your head and shit.
Yeah. My mom was alright if I cuss somebody else out, but don't cuss around her. I'm like,
yeah.
I was practicing.
You want to know why though that is, right? You know why that is.
It's called respect.
It's called respect, but it's also every parent wants you to do better than them. She's like, I can't change how I am, but you're my child, so you're gonna do better than me.
That's funny you just mentioned that because now I'm gonna tell you the first comedy show I ever did.
Okay.
And this is gonna be crazy. I was in the 10th grade.
10th? Okay, so you were a sophomore in high school.
Yeah, sophomore. And they had this talent show. You remember they used to have a talent show?
Yeah, I've been a part of that.
Yeah, in the auditorium. So back then it was 8-track tape players. And I got a tape from Richard Pryor.
Okay.
And I had to sneak around the back of the house and stuff like this so my mama could hear me because she didn't want to hear all that.
Yeah.
So I told everybody at the school that I was going to sing a song. When I got there to do the show, they told me, I said, I left the record. I'll just do a cappella. And I came on and did Richard Pryor, verbatim, Every word. Man, the staff went running around acting crazy. I'm playing, but we was on the tour, so all I do was just talk louder. And I got suspended for 3 days, but I became the school hero.
Yeah, you still got that diploma, right?
I still got it.
Then
boy.
you still got that diploma. There we go. There we go. That's all that matters, you know?
They love me. But, you know.
Cross the finish line.
Yeah, my mom didn't like that very well because I got suspended for 3 days. And, you know, well, the first day I went on with the school, but I didn't go to school. I told my mom I was going to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I did.
What'd you do all day?
Smoke weed.
There we go.
Yeah,
It starts with the air horn, and then once you smoke the weed, it goes.
Yeah,
There we go. Then you feel real good.
We was smoking. They used to call Mexican trip weed.
Wait, what? It's called what?
Mexican trip weed.
Mexican trip weed?
Mexican trip weed.
That sounds like shit that is laced with.
Man, it was the baddest weed you want to smoke. I mean, I never forget one time. You know, I smoked the Mexican trip weed, and I was walking down the sidewalk, and I was high as hell. You know, high, and I was saying to myself, I better be careful and not step on no rock, cause I'm a fall.
Yeah.
And it was a little bitty pebble, and
Yeah.
I was trying to miss it, and I fell.
Yeah, it sounds like weed that was laced with a little LSD.
I think so, because when I fell in the street and I couldn't get up. so I scooted across the street.
I mean, I can't imagine you had to have been, you know, a little bit lighter
I
than
was
you are
smaller
now.
than this.
Yeah, but you still couldn't get up. That's how bad that
I
weed
think
was.
that weed was bad, boy.
Shit.
I didn't want. I mean, I
I don't
stayed
think
high
it's
for
just
like,
weed.
huh?
I don't think it was just weed.
I don't think it was just weed,
That's
bro.
what they call the Mexican trip weed.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
they
okay.
call it Mexican trip weed. You
Yeah.
literally tripped.
I tripped.
I got
Yeah.
you.
And
Yeah.
then you know,
Fell on the ground and were like, "Mama!"
yeah, and I was in Alabama then. Then I left and went to New York. When I went to New York just I did an open mic. The open mics in New York is different.
Yeah.
You got to audition to be on open mic.
Yeah.
You can't just walk in and sign up.
Yeah, man. I'm waiting for the day. I'm kind of loving the fact that I'm getting my comedy like outbreak in DFW because this is it's kind of like Texas, like as far as Dallas or DFW and Austin. Like this is a very up and coming comedy boom that's happening in the scene. Like it's started to like. There's more comedy clubs coming up, but they're active, right? There's like more and more activity that's happening in these comedy clubs. Like places like LA, Chicago, New York, DC are such comedy meccas
Yeah.
that nobody can just simply come up and do a mic. You know what I mean? So like I like the fact that I'm actually, because I feel like if I started in New York, I'd be wasting time showing up to places that I never get mic time.
Yeah,
you know?
they're a question. They have like a thing to where if they do put you on, if you like 1 minute late, you don't get to go.
Yeah, you don't get to go. Yeah, and I would say that, man. And it's easy to get late in New York. It's hella easy to get late in New York. Yeah. So you know, we want to make sure. I'm a little disappointed in myself because we were supposed to be here by 11 to get started by 12. We ran a little bit late and everything, and you know, my misunderstanding of, you know, what Pearl needed to do and getting out. So it's not going to be as long of an episode, but we're gonna have you come back, Tony.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have some fun. Or you could always come over to my spot, you know, because right now I'm in Capel, but when I move into my new house with my fiance, I'm gonna have a studio set up over there, everything. So
Really?
yeah. Oh yeah, but you know the whole point is we can make this happen anywhere, Tony.
That's what I was telling Pearl. I said, these guys are mobile. You got to see this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you. But you know, Sean, you always come with the innovative ideas.
Yeah.
You know, and I think next Sean be having a podcast in a spaceship.
It might happen 2025.
I don't put it past
Listen, there's
you,
a reason
John.
why they started SpaceX in Brownville. I mean, that might just be my invite. You know what I mean?
In Brownville.
Brownville, Texas. That's where SpaceX is.
SpaceX?
SpaceX is what Elon Musk.
SpaceX.
Elon Musk.
We
Pearl.
love you.
Pearl just gave us the back post and she said you can stay till 1:30. That is
Okay.
okay, Pearl. Okay, Pearl.
I can tell more about me.
But you know what? My
I'll buy a drink, Pearl.
I love that name Pearl. You know why? Because my great grand uncle always had this saying, and he would say, "Girls are the pearls of the world."
Really?
Yeah, you like that?
He was a pimp.
Yeah, yeah, he was.
Big giveaway there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that was
was.
smooth. I like that.
Yeah, man. But I remember when we did our show on those radio spots before. I remember there was a lot of things I was throwing at you. I threw a couple of my life mottos, my life mantras and stuff at you, and you just give me this look, and you're like, I like that.
I like that.
Yo, I got to take a second real quick to tell you about our sponsors that we have here for the Metro Icon podcast, starting with Insider Cloth. Now, Insider Cloth, y'all, is an innovative application to bring more clarity to all your everyday glass, screens, and professional lenses where you won't have to worry about forgetting that microfiber cloth to get the job done. Insider Cloth is an iron-pressed microfiber cloth to apply to any of your clothes or professional wear, which resides on the inside of your apparel. Now, your general fabrics can actually create micro abrasions to your glass surfaces, and over time, it actually will reduce the clarity and visibility to your glasses, cell phone, or other glass product or screens. It's super easy to apply and can be added on the inside of your common wear or even the specialty wear like your men's ties or pocket squares. Now, go to insidercloth.com and apply the promo code DIACLOTH. That's DIACLOTH to get 10% off your next order. And I promise you, y'all, Insider Cloth is the last microfiber cloth you will ever need. And now for all those homeowners out there, whether you need to get a new roof or you have a home restoration project you need to get done, y'all got to hit up my guy, Teddy Johnson of D&K Contracting. He is the most elite choice of all your commercial or residential contract needs. Teddy Johnson has been proudly serving DFW and providing all roofing style needs, as well as gutter and siding installation, custom metal work, kitchen and bathroom remodels, fence building, window replacements, and so much more. And especially when dealing with those tedious insurance claims, Teddy Johnson provides the most outstanding quality of work and customer service you won't receive anywhere else. You got to email him now at teddyj.dkcontracting@gmail.com. Get a free consultation on your next home restoration project or home repair. And of course, y'all, you know I got to talk about my businesses. Do It All Entertainment. For anyone looking to amplify their next live event, whether it's a corporate event, conference, or that special wedding celebration with your loved ones. Do It All Entertainment brings the highest and most dynamic performance entertainment with top quality audio and visuals. There's literally no limit to what we can provide and can be accomplished at your next event. So visit us at doitallive.com or email us at info@doitallentertainment.com. Mention the Metro Icon podcast to get a unique offer on your next event package. Then, of course, we have DIA Media for your go-to media production and creative consultation needs. If you're looking to amplify your business or brand visual promotions and trying to start a podcast of your own, reach out to DIA Media through our Facebook page and mention the Metro Icon podcast to get a special offer on your production needs. Yo, now I gotta tell you about my number one spot in all of Fort Worth. This is the Library Bar, FTW,
the most unique bar and entertainment venue located in downtown Fort Worth, Texas.
From its chic library ambience, multi-level beer cave gaming space, you can find the most dynamic events and party atmosphere you will not find anywhere else. And it's always the spot you can catch me at. Check out the Library Bar at 611 Houston Street, right at the center of downtown Fort Worth, and get everything you could ever want on your night out.
Right.
You could do it all.
You can't do it all, baby.
That's
I like that right
Yeah,
there.
I'm gonna use that.
Hey, listen, man. As a brown man from Chicago, nothing feels greater than being validated by a black man. So I appreciate you, Tony.
Yeah.
John knows what I'm talking about. John definitely knows what I'm talking about.
John pretty cool. John just been over there just plugging up shit.
Yeah. You still talk to Anissa Perkins?
I haven't talked. Well, we talked online and stuff like that. She be doing a lot of the things, modeling and all that good stuff, and they talk about putting me in different movies, and I ain't got no check yet. So
they got to come correct with that.
Yeah,
Listen, man.
because I'm getting kind of burnt out about, but and I feel bad that I won't say I feel bad. I did it to myself because all my friends, like the friends that's like making movies and stuff like that, Tony, why you keep doing shit that they don't pay you for?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, but Tony, you gotta stop believing, cause they all them had them little stories. Man, well, you know, didn't mean the people didn't come out, man. You see what happened? Wait a minute now.
Well, I mean, so it's kind of like the way I saw it, right? Like when I moved from Chicago to Dallas, like I had to reestablish myself, right? And I think that there's so many times in the entertainment game that entertainers have to reestablish themselves regardless of how established they are in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like regardless of their history and everything. Sometimes there's like that little reset point where you got to start again from experience, you know, not start again from scratch, right? But on that note as well, you still got to maintain respect to who you are and the time that you're devoting to the game. You get what I'm saying? Like, so again, they're not wrong because you got to make sure you get in your check because you putting in your time, Tony.
I know.
Who knows how much time you got left? You can't be wasting time on a fuck around.
I gotta stop that trusting shit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
you can trust me though, Tony.
Well, yeah, you cool.
Yeah, exactly.
But you want
Every
hear that?
untrusty motherfucker ever.
Yeah,
That's
but
right.
he's one of the very few that I can trust.
That's right. Because you want to know why? Because the two things I hold very, very dear is transparency with honesty and integrity and loyalty, because these are, for me, currencies that are so rare in the game.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you this, like, I can lose money, but I'll know how to make money back.
Right.
Money is like, time is my most valuable thing, but these rare currencies right now, especially today, the rarest currencies are loyalty, integrity, and honesty. Those are the three things that are the most rarest currencies. Everybody's just trying to fake it till they make it, and all this kind of shit, right?
But see, my thing is, I just been trying to stay out of jail, because these people that make you kill them.
Have you ever been in jail?
Yeah, I've been in jail.
Yeah, shit.
DUI.
Oh, yeah. That's like my boy George Red Speaks. I don't know if you know who he is and stuff, but yeah, he's actually a comedy homie. He brought me in in his comedy society, Comedy Junkie Society, and he's the first guy that actually gave me a check in comedy. And so, like, I was giving myself a year. To make money in comedy, to put out my comedy content, and to produce comedy shows. And so this 14th is going to be like a culmination of that. So then after that happens, like, I have a catalog. I have like literally a library of footage of me doing my sets for like the last like 6-7 months, and I haven't released nothing. But George went to jail for the same thing.
For DUI?
For DUI.
You know, it was kind of strange, you know. When I would be drinking, if I wasn't drunk, I let somebody else drive my car while I'm in the passenger seat. But if I get drunk, give my keys. I want to drive.
Yeah.
This is my car.
Yeah. I only trust you.
I
only trust me.
Give me my keys.
Yeah.
What the hell you gonna hold my keys?
Yeah.
And then I get up on the highway, and that one little line, it'd be 3 of them, and I'd be trying to figure out which one I'm gonna drive on.
Yeah.
I always was the wrong one.
Listen, he can drive when he's drunk. He just can't drive on Mexican trip weed. That's the only thing.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, he can't do that. Yeah.
Mexican trip weed.
Yeah, he can't do it.
And I bought that in Alabama.
Yeah. There it is. There it is.
I was doing the start on Comedy Club with them.
Yeah.
And I tell you, boy, that, woo. Maybe I should have shared it with somebody else, so somebody else could have got high with me.
Yeah, well, that was the problem. You did it by yourself.
I was stingy.
You know that you can't rely on self accountability when you put these like rare substances into your body and brain.
Yeah. But I was, in my defense, I was like 25, 26 years old.
And you still alive.
Yeah, I was 10 foot tall, bulletproof. That's how you get young and shit like that.
Yeah.
I can eat.
I gotta say, Tony, my comedy brain is juicing, and I just love a black man saying he's bulletproof. I just think I think there's a beautiful thing in there now.
Back in the day. I'm back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Ain't bulletproof for damn no.
Oh yeah, not many people were packing back in the 70s.
But Texas kind of weird to me anyway. I ain't never been nowhere where every community got a police department.
Yeah. Are you originally from Texas?
Hell no. I mean, no.
Wait. Where are you originally?
Hell no.
Where are you originally from?
I was born in Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh shit.
Then I left there and went to Brooklyn, New York.
Okay. At what age?
I think I was 17 or 18. Something.
Okay.
And that's because that's when I first started in comedy. Because I did like the 10th grade down. So.
And you did that Richard Pryor shit in Birmingham,
Man.
Alabama, bro. You brave, dog.
Yeah, I was brave.
You brave as shit.
I was on stage.
Goddamn.
And they unplugged all of the wires and the microphone, but we was in the auditorium. I just talk louder.
Yeah. There we go. That's a true
It echoed
MC.
out.
True MC.
Yeah, boy. I got nailed to the wall on that one. Though.
And so then you moved to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And then how long were you in New York?
I was in New York, I want to say about 15, 20 years.
15, 20 years. So
Yeah.
and so starting in New York is when you, well, outside of your
Yeah.
your feature in Alabama,
Yeah.
New York is where you started your comedy game.
As a matter of fact, I got my first money in New York in Brooklyn. No, it was in the Bronx.
Okay.
It was called Two Cousins Comedy Club.
Okay.
And I did a 15-minute show, and they paid me $650.
Oh, shit.
I said, well, damn, this is shit I want to damn.
That's damn good money.
Because I was doing radio.
And that would be like, what, in the 80s?
Yeah, that was that was a lot of money.
That's a
back then.
lot of money in the 80s.
Man, you know how much weed I bought with that? Ooh-wee. But then, then they wanted me to host a show that I started doing, like the Carolines, Broadway Comedy Club. Then I ran across Dave them, and let me tell you something about Dave. Dave crazy for real.
Oh, yeah.
That is not an act.
But he's a crazy. I honestly think that Dave Chappelle is the most woke genius. Like,
Believe it or not, now I'm sure believe it. Most comedians are smart. Mm-hmm.
oh yeah,
I mean, because
absolutely.
we had to figure out what the hell we gonna do with this crowd.
Yeah.
And then Aaron Spears, man, Aaron Spears did a show down in.
I did a show with him.
You did?
Yeah.
He's cool dude.
Well, no. So I emceed a show for DJ Jazzy Jeff back in Chicago.
Okay.
And Ari Spears was doing a spot at the Improv in Schaumburg, and then he came to the show, and so he did a little segment.
You're cool dude.
And he did his bit. He did his bit where Jazzy Jeff like played a beat, and so he started rapping like all the different rappers, like Snoop Dogg, like
He been
Jay-Z
doing that
and
for
all.
years.
Yeah. So I mean, like I got to meet him briefly, but he's not gonna know who I am.
Man, the dude is brilliant. I mean, like you sit down and listen to him talk business.
Yeah.
You don't think you're talking to a comedian.
Yeah, Aries is cold.
No,
Aries is cold.
Damn, man.
I'll tell you this one, and in that same show, so I got to meet DJ Jazzy Jeff. I'm a huge Will Smith fan. I'm still a Will Smith fan, even after the whole Oscars thing.
After the slap.
After the slap, because you know what, man? Because I put Will Smith as far as like mentality, but execution of an entertainer, like on such a pedestal. But when he did that, it actually humanized him a little bit. It showed that like, yo, you can fuck up. And then like, I think the way he's been handling it, like damn near a year later, like, was it fucked up? Yes, absolutely. But the way he's been handling it, like he's been allowing the heat, right?
But he went through some things. He was going through some things.
Yeah, I mean, how are you gonna not go through something with someone like Jada, bro?
But
You know who Jada is? I have this whole bit now. You know who Jada is?
Who?
Jada is like the snake from the Jungle Book.
yeah, I can believe that.
You know, she's like the snake from the Jungle Book, looking in your eyes like, trust in me, just in me. Like, and like, it's like, if Jada didn't have no look to him, I don't think he would have done what he did. It's like, it's one of those things like, you know that whatever he's going through, he's trying to leave it at the door and handle whatever he has to do in front of him. But then, it's like, he know the shit he's gonna get at home with Jada. So it's like, I feel like as soon as Jada gave him that look, like, you know, and I'm like, that joke was, bro, you talk to any comedian and they're gonna tell you that G.I. Jane joke, like, you could have took that with a term of like endearment.
It wasn't that hard. I thought it was a compliment.
I thought it was a compliment too.
I really did.
Come on. And so like, yeah, so it's like reactively, it's kind of like, how does he handle it? And then he made the wrong decision.
But
right?
I've always said, you know, most of the people that's in entertainment have got some kind of scandal, and I've always said this. But
if that's the worst of it, I'll take it.
But yeah, but I've always said Will Smith had never had a scandal.
Exactly.
Never.
Exactly. So if like that's the worst of it, I'll take it. And it's not like something that came to light. It's something that was done in the light. And so like that was the difference of his like transgression.
But think about it this way now. bad publicity is still publicity.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm still gonna watch Emancipation when it comes out.
But he's making a lot of money off that.
I mean, yeah.
Trust me.
I mean, but yeah, again, it's kind of like when you get to that type of platform, you're never gonna really truly be able to fall off unless you're just not doing anything.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Let's get down when Martin. Remember Martin got
Martin Lawrence?
Yeah, when he was running down the street with a coat on, he was high as hell.
I don't even remember this.
Yeah, that actually happened. And then Cat Williams got called. This boy was shocking his dad.
No, I did not shock myself.
Would you jump her from snakes? No, anyway. What's the name? But what else? Oh yeah, and let's see. Martin, he ran down the street. Oh yeah, and then Cat Williams got called beating up this fight with the little kid that was like 12 years old in school. It was bad publicity, but
Yeah,
it was good.
it was plugging.
It was plugging.
Yeah.
So
You know who it is? It reminds me like Jake Paul. You know Logan Paul, Jake Paul?
Yeah.
So they're doing boxing right now, right? And they're bringing in numbers, but it's because they're so hated, but that they're bringing in those numbers. Everybody just wants to see Jake Paul get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
But he's proven himself as a true fighter and true contender.
But he doing the wrestling too.
But Logan Paul is.
Logan Paul, that's right.
Logan
that's right.
Paul's doing WWE. Jake Paul's actually doing professional. But like, I think Jake Paul's done features on WWE. But again, it's like they're hated, but they're bringing numbers because people want to see it. So again, it's kind of like you can capitalize. Like, it's funny because it's like there's like one segment where Jake Paul was in the crowd. I think it was when Logan Paul was fighting Mayweather. And so Jake Paul was in the crowd and people were chanting like, fuck you, Jake, or whatever. This man bust out his phone and did a selfie with a big smile on his face of everybody's chanting,
Millions
fuck you,
of dollars.
Jake Paul. and again, it's kind of like he's capitalizing on that hate. He's able to take that negative energy and he's producing it on levels, and it's just like, I don't hate it, man. I don't hate it. Like,
I just had a thought. I want you, John. I want y'all to take a picture of me, man, doing something. I was driving through the stockyard the other day, right?
In Fort Worth, you okay?
In Fort Worth. So, and I saw these steers, the big old steers.
Yeah.
And the dude had a saddle on the thing.
A saddle?
A saddle.
Somebody was riding that steer?
They had a couple of steers with saddles on.
Was it a longhorn?
It's a longhorn.
What?
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
I want to ride one. I want y'all to take a picture of me riding one of them bad boys.
I'm gonna have my long lens because I ain't getting that big. Any with that big long, I ain't getting that close. To it.
Listen, bro.
I mean, really, these guys were like, they was on the sidewalk, and the steer was right here eating hay with a saddle on them. It wasn't just one place. It's like they,
Look, Tony.
like a cab or something.
Look, Tony, man, I love you, brother, and I know damn well that you've broken some backs back in the day and shit. But man, that breaking a steer's back, that's a whole nother.
That's crazy.
That's a whole nother thing, bro.
That's crazy. Huh?
I just don't know.
Don't do
How
that.
you gonna get on the steer?
They had like some little steps right there. You can just step up on it, and got the saddle. You just sit up there.
All right, well, we're gonna make sure the step can handle you before the steer can handle you.
See, that was a fat joke. see. But I was fatter than this.
Fruit.
You know it's coming from love. You
I
know it's coming from love.
but see, in my defense, I was 60 pounds heavier than this when you met me. I was losing weight.
You were.
Yeah, but I think I found some of it.
It's
but-
been a year later though, so I don't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could even tie my damn shoes. man.
My eyes work like the mirrors inside the neighborhood spot, in the bathrooms and stuff.
That
It's
was
just
so-
it's just a key.
See, you got to see
same
that shit
reflection.
in there, right?
It's the same
I'm
reflection.
gonna slap this man.
Yeah. But my shit be slapping though.
All right.
That's the difference. That's the difference.
Just see, now you remind me of a joke I used to tell in New York all the time. I tell them, I'm gonna cut you 3 ways: long, deep, and continuously.
Oh shit. Oh shit. That sound dope.
That's Brooklyn.
I like it. It's
That's
smooth.
Harlem talk right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And we all know that if you drop your keys on the ground, you're gonna have more crack than Harlem too.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, that's right.
And and to this day, I still carry my wallet in my front pocket.
Yeah, I mean, I keep everything in my front pocket.
Yeah, you know the rules on
in
that.
Chicago, you can't walk around in the streets with anything in your back pocket.
Not in New York either.
That's foolish.
They got you.
That's foolish. I let my bulls ride. You know what I mean? Other than that, I got a backpack. A little fanny pack.
This balls. I'm gonna leave that alone. I ain't gonna touch that one.
Yeah.
But now, in my defense, now you got me thinking. I've been doing comedy for a long time in a lot of places.
28 years is a long fucking time, Tony.
Yeah.
That's a long fucking time. So, I mean, so at this point, I mean, comedy's going to run through you until you literally can't step on that stage.
That's true. And then my next step is they're doing the movies because I'm supposed to be, let's see, you see, now, Melanie Camacho, she, believe it or not, she produced the movie, she filmed the movie, she starred in the movie, she did all the production in the movie, and it just...
Clearly not the accounting.
Yeah, she did everything. So she probably be coming doing a movie here.
Okay.
And
She need a brown man?
Huh?
She need a brown man? I'll work for free.
Oh yeah, free now. She gonna pay you.
Oh man, well, shit.
She believe in paying.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this. You know what movie they should have put you in? They should have put you in the barbershop movies.
They should have.
They should have put you in the barbershop movie. Cube should have put you in the barbershop movies because I can see you as a dude just hanging out on them seats. Talking that shit.
I
mean, you would have been really good.
I met a lot of people. I never met Ice Cube. I don't know why.
You know what?
I think because he was in California and I was in New York.
That's probably why. But I mean, he'd come out to New York.
Right.
I mean, even though the boy Compton, I mean, he's got to be going out to New York from time to time. I mean,
Well, he had to.
He's global.
I mean, I met Biggie Smalls before he passed away. I did a comedy show at his club.
Mm-hmm.
Big Smalls had a club. Believe it or not, it was. That's one time I got drunk too, but it was like, see, it's in Brooklyn, and like the club was like a big. It's like if you saw it outside, it'd be like a big warehouse.
Oh shit! Okay.
All right, so when it came time to do the show, he had like the red carpet and the limousines and stuff like that, and we were doing a comedy show with the Ebony Fashion Film Office.
Okay.
And we was all in the same green room.
Mm-hmm.
And I was still a slut back then. But it was like some kind of hurricane was coming to New York, and they already did all the promotion and stuff like that. So they were going they kept putting it back an hour because wait till it stopped raining.
Yeah.
So we sitting up there in the green room with the Ebony Fashion Fair, and they were doing swimwear and evening wear.
Mm.
Okay. So they asked what we wanted, so. The girls said they wanted vodka, so they brought the big old tall bottle. It was bottle about that tall.
From the ground?
From the ground.
What the?
We're talking New York.
All right.
And then on this table right here, you had cocaine, then you had weed over there. You had a bottle of bourbon over there, So I'm sitting up and talking to. Then the girl, she was Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So these had the long pretty hair, and she had the evening wear on. She had a teddy. And I'm talking to her, man. I'm going, yeah. And the more, every time, they come back and they say, we're going to be back another hour. So I take another drink. And I fuck around and hit that little white line over there. And then I was rolling weed over here. And I'm drinking and I'm talking. And she's coming along pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now the way we did comedy then, you pull numbers to go on stage.
Right, okay.
Because, because, if you're working... If you're doing the first or the last, you got to do the most work. So
yeah,
I had never, ever, ever, ever pulled number one until that day.
I got. Have you ever had an opportunity to meet Rick James?
No, I never met Rick.
I felt like that story was such a Rick James explanation.
But it gets better.
Yeah.
It gets better.
Oh, it's not even done. Oh, my bad. Keep going.
So when I pulled the first number, by this time I'm drunk. I'm told up.
Twisted.
Because usually if I got the number like 5 or 6, I had time enough to get sober.
Yeah.
But I ain't had time. I went out on stage. First of all, I was standing back there. The downtown Tony Brown. I said, hey, man, you. I said, who they talking about? He said, you. You got to go out. I said, damn. So I goes out. I couldn't remember my name. I couldn't remember my work. I couldn't remember nothing. I was just done. So they came. So they came out and saved me, brother. And every comedian that came out on stage talked about me because you got to get familiar. It was killing the crowd.
Yeah.
And I remember that.
Yeah.
And I was over there with the party girl. Then next thing I remember, I was getting out the limousine and they said, "Tony, you at home, go and get out." I said, "Man, who threw up on my shirt?" He said, "You did." I said, "What?" I said, "What happened to the Puerto Rican girl?" He said, "You threw up on her too." I just said Okay, so it's
I already know what she said. She was like, "Ay,
With
cochina."
bombs, she called me all kind of name in Spanish.
Oh,
That
man.
was that what she said.
Cochina's my favorite Spanish word. I love it.
Yeah, but man,
I love that shit.
I couldn't. And that was the last time I got drunk before I went on stage. Now,
Last time.
Last time. Now I might get drunk when I come off stage now,
Yeah.
but not before I go on.
I feel that. You know what? It's kind of like I will, like, a lot of weddings and shit that I'll do. I'll have a drink or two, but I really pace myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a big drinker. I'll smoke, but I'm not a big drinker. But whiskey helps to clear my throat, so it just comes out stronger.
Yeah,
you know?
it does.
And so, like, I kind of hold myself out. Then when the dance floor opens, and at that point, then I'm just having fun. I'm just hyping shit up and stuff. At that point, then I'll throw a few more back because I'll feel like, all right, there's a lot less risk, a lot less like formality that I have to worry about to get the show done and do what I need to do.
But if you think about it, what I did was a different from bomb because every comedian had bomb, you know.
Wait, did you go on stage with the puke on your shirt?
No, I threw up when I came on stage.
Okay, well at least that's a good thing.
Yeah. But when I went on stage, I was staggering and I couldn't find the microphone. It was standing right there.
How was your set though? Was it a bomb or did you end up killing it?
I never did it.
You never did it?
I couldn't get in there now. I was just still there babbling.
And shit.
You know. And that's when they came and saved me and took me back off the stage. And you know, I was alright about it, but Dave kind of ripped me on. He ripped me a new asshole on that one.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's you either win some or you learn some. I tell people all the time, man.
Yeah.
You win some or you learn some, and if you learn it, you never losing. So that was the last time you ever got fucked up on stage. You did that?
I don't get fucked up till I come off stage.
Yeah, there we go.
But you go on stage, I forget everything.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I'm done with my show next Wednesday, we gonna do drink. We're gonna have a few drinks.
Hey, don't play with me, man.
I'm just saying.
I'm excited about liquor.
I'm just saying. So I mean, like all you got to do is show up.
I'm gonna show up.
You just gotta show up, Tony.
I might have to get an Uber back home, but I'll show up.
I'm gonna listen, bro. Yeah,
Mhm.
man, come on. I mean,
Next Wednesday.
yeah, next one, TK's in Addison.
Okay.
Shows at 8:30, and they got a mic happening before that from 6:30 to 8.
Really?
Yeah, so they're doing a mic from 6:30 to 8. It's hosted by Lila Hart, who's also on my card.
I might do that to try some new material.
Yeah, why not?
You know, because
Why not?
I get new
You still
material.
going to mics?
Nah, not really. Not really. I guess I ought to start going back on it, but you know, I just got kind of burnt out with the guys that got to stiff me for money.
Yeah.
It kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, right.
if you fucking somebody
I
with
say,
money.
I'm like this. I'm not gonna tell you something that I'm not gonna do.
Right.
I mean, if I ain't,
You showed up for me?
Yeah.
I remember you showing up for me on Metro Icon, so
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, but if I ain't gonna do it, I'll tell you I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you just have to suffer the consequences before, you know. But don't tell me one thing and then do another. Cause I got 3 guns. I'm trying not to shoot nobody.
What guns you got?
I got a Smith & Wesson 9mm.
Okay.
I got
I got one too.
I got a 380. I did this 380. It's got like it's a brand new one. It got like the safeties on the handle.
Yeah. Oh, I have the same one on my 9mm.
That is so cool.
And you want to know something? Because you know what my favorite color combination is.
What's that?
It's black and gold.
Man.
Right? It's the colors of my do-it-all. It's like colors of my company. It's the color of my brand. Black and gold's my thing. I got a black and gold Smith & Wesson 9mm.
Oh, I bet that's pretty.
Oh, it's nice.
I bet.
But it has a safety grip on there too. And,
Yeah.
the grip is gold.
Oh, man.
So that was my first gun. That was like I've never purchased a gun ever before. I went to a gun convention in Mesquite.
It's my other 9.
I learned some shit.
Yeah, my other 9 it's got a safety on the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, so I gotta ask you, man, because you've been in the game for so long, and you've accoladed yourself on numerous fronts of being able to, Are we getting new wide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me how the framing is.
It's on. Oh, there we go. That's perfect.
I thought he put on a snake.
And so, you've been in the game for as long as you have. Now at this point, you're just kind of like you're hustling. You're trying to make a check, and you're getting put on to whatever comedy opportunities that come in your way. But what is what's your goal right now? Like, what are you trying to achieve within the comedy game? Are you just trying to keep it alive?
No, my goal right now is to be in a movie.
Put him in a movie.
I need to be. You know,
We can talk after the show, buddy.
Really?
That's what I've been doing.
let's do it because good. 'Cause I think I like John.
Yeah, I like John too.
4 letters.
You know who
huh?
I can see you playing in a movie? I can see you playing a relative of Cedric.
I could do that.
Yeah, I definitely can see you playing like the relative of Cedric the
'Cause,
Lieutenant.
you know, I've done movie extras.
Yeah.
You know, like in New York, you know, there's always they do a movie everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, I've been extra, but the only thing I did in the movie, I was the dude walking down the street.
Yeah.
You know, just hey cab, call in the cab. But I want to be in a movie, and then yeah, that's my next one. That's my next one.
Yeah, man, and you know what? I you deserve it, and I pray for you to be able to get that opportunity. I
God
really
bless
hope
you, my son.
I really hope it comes, bro, because you deserve it, man. You deserve it, and I'll tell you right now, like I mean, I'm definitely using comedy as the platform for me to jump into the acting realm.
Yeah.
And I think right now we're in the era where like entertainment is looking actually at comedians
They really are.
and
It's
as
a-
far as like talent to be able to put on screen and on stage and whatever. So
I'm trying to get in the movies before all my teeth fall out. Yeah, I've gotten to the point now. You know how?
so
you know how
man,
old I am?
all my movie producers out there, we don't got that much time.
look,
we don't got that much time.
I'm 64 years old. Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but I know I look good. But,
Yeah, you look
Yeah,
good.
but you know, they say this is you age gracefully. Ain't shit graceful about this shit.
Yeah.
I eat popcorn and half my tooth goddamn crack out. You know, and I was
Your tooth cracked on a popcorn?
on a man. My tooth cracked on a cracker one time. I said, damn.
Yeah, we gonna have to talk soon. 'Cause I don't think you
My
got.
tooth cracked
I
on
don't
a
think you got
cracker.
On a cracker. I thought, you know.
It's like I bit this white guy so hard, my tooth cracked.
I was chewing. I said, "No, what is this?" I said, "Now this cracker pretty hard." And I put it. It was half of my tooth. I said, "How your tooth break up on a cracker?" Where they do that at? I said, "No, it got to be a Texas cracker."
Oh my god.
That really
That was
did
a
happen.
stale ass cracker, that's what it was.
No, they was fresh, but when I got to the corner of that cracker, you see, you know, I can't eat stuff like I used to no more.
You gotta be careful with them corner crackers.
Yeah, you ain't kidding them corner
Those
crackers.
corner
is-
crackers, they're something else. They are
Man.
something else.
I can't eat hot sauce no more, no jalapeno peppers.
Soft hot sauce would have softened up that corner cracker. That would have
Man, but it'd have burnt down the bathroom.
yeah, for sure.
Because
For
I
sure.
set stuff on fire.
Yeah, I believe it. I definitely believe it,
So I
Tony.
don't do that no more, you know.
Have you tried Indian food?
Yeah, you know what now? Now, funny you should mention that. I tried Indian food one time, and I never did it again. I was on a date. This was in New York.
Yeah.
And we said the girl, she's from India. She's beautiful. You know, yeah, that was a bit
So
of
that's
a
why
way.
you're trying to impress her. You're
Yeah,
like,
so I take her
I'm
to.
about your culture. Like,
I take you to a restaurant.
Yeah.
So we did Indian restaurant. So I'm sitting up there and I ordered some meat and stuff like that. I said, "Can y'all bring me some hot sauce?" They said, "We had the hot sauce." I said, and then she brought me that little bowl. I said, "Look," I said Tabasco sauce. She said, "That's the hot sauce." So I put the hot sauce on the meat. Man, fire was going through my eyes, and
you didn't need to do that.
I didn't know.
You didn't need to do that.
But I
That's straight chili.
Bro.
I poured it on there generously, you know.
Man.
And I was eating it with the more. Then I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "Bring me some water." I said, "No." She said, "Don't drink no water." I said, "Bring me some water." And I had water, and then I drank the water. Oh my God, man! I thought I was just sweating. My balls got wet. I said, "What? Y'all trying to kill me?"
Yeah,
around
you
here?"
kill yourself.
I didn't know.
The problem is, Tony, is that you treated an Indian restaurant like a Jewish deli,
I
and
did.
and that was your problem.
She told me, she said, "Here, drink the milk." I said, "Milk." I said, "Give me some ice cream."
So it's safe to say you didn't have a second date.
Not with her. She said I embarrassed her. I didn't know.
You definitely did it.
I didn't know.
I'll tell you what, because my parents actually moved to Little Elm now, so my parents are officially in Texas, And so, now, I'm going over to Mama's house, grabbing some food, bringing it back, and everything like that. One of these days, I'm gonna give you some Mama's cooking. Just leave the hot sauce. You won't need it.
I don't want no hot sauce.
You don't need the hot sauce.
Yeah, you
Don't-
don't need it with our food.
I mean,
don't need it.
it will come with some kick. It will come with some kick, but not heavy. But you can leave the hot sauce.
What they call that hot sauce?
Well, technically, we don't. They probably give you like just straight chili.
Yeah, they
Technically,
probably
Indians-
just gave you like a
Indian don't really have a
Yeah.
hot sauce. Our food come hot.
Yeah.
You don't need to put nothing on our food.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, that
like
might-
our vegetable side dishes will make you sweat. You know what I'm saying? Like no, it don't even. It looks safe. And like my mom's like cabbage.
Yeah.
Will have you like sweating.
So
You know what I'm saying?
my dumb ass just poured gas on the fire.
Well, I mean, usually them restaurants, they make it palatable for the white people. So like they taking a lot of that heat out of that food. So you might have needed some heat, but maybe not as much as they gave you.
And probably New York were looking at you and be like, oh, black man, he can take the spice.
He can handle
He can take it.
He
And
might
so
be
they
Jamaican,
made it.
You know what I'm saying? Like
They made it legit.
It might have had something to do with me talking all that shit when I said, "Where the hot sauce at?" I told
that
her.
probably didn't help-
Yeah.
that probably didn't help the situation.
Yeah, that's when they got me.
I just imagine this dude on a date with an
Yeah.
Indian woman and putting hot
She
sauce
was
on that shit.
gorgeous.
He's like, ah!
I was sweating. I mean, like all of a sudden, everything just started sweating. My eyes, and I looking at her like that. She's like, "No, you stay back from me."
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, you win some and you learn some.
Hey, dude.
You win some and you learn some,
She
Tony.
was gorgeous too.
So, Tony, man, I'm mad grateful and appreciative that you gave me this time on the show, and we were able to come through the neighborhood spot.
Wait,
Hopefully,
we gotta do it right. The neighborhood spot's 511 East Camp Wisdom Road.
There we go.
Yeah.
Duncanville.
Yeah, you gotta come to the neighborhood spot, not the neighborhood club, not the neighborhood, but the neighborhood spot.
And not
Restaurant
the
and bar.
and not the neighborhood bar and grill. 'cause
No, don't
that's
do that.
something- That's something different. The neighborhood spot
It's a
in
spot.
Duncanville.
It's a spot.
Yeah, right.
The
Yeah.
Because this is a spot. They have a VIP room right next
They
door.
got two of them.
They got 2 VIP rooms in the next door. This is a selfie wall. This is a selfie wall for you to capture here. They got a full bar. It's a restaurant. They got an entertainment stage and venue. I mean, and you did a comedy show.
Yeah.
When we gonna do this comedy show, bro?
That's what I want to talk to Pearl about. We need to do a comedy show here.
Listen, bro. I need
We
to
really
be
do.
my number one crowd of black people. I need to be in front of my people.
Oh, this, you get it here.
Oh, I know what's in Duncanville.
This
So
the hood.
trust me. I'm diversity to the show.
You got motherfuckers around here come up and park their shoes and walk in.
Listen, man, I'm loved. See, like, Indians like me and John, we loved by the black community because we so racially ambiguous. We have
Ambiguous.
ambiguous. There we go.
Big word.
ambiguous.
$3 words. Yeah.
There we go. But we have our racial ambiguity is so strong, and the fact that we come from such a flavorful like upbringing, and we're first generation. So much of the black community think that we're part of the black community, and we have to let them know.
They just think y'all light skinned. That's all.
That's
Yeah.
it.
True.
That's
But,
it.
with me, you just nigga.
That's it.
I mean, but
Only-
look, I got family in India, as dark as
Yeah,
you.
100%. I have definitely
Well,
family.
I can believe that because a lot of the people that I met from the Dominican Republic, they dark
I mean,
skinned.
but that is because of African ancestry. I'm talking about Indian cats.
Yeah.
Who I'm like, man, how long have you been outside today? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
And then if they
black,
move here,
they
and
will
it's
be
like,
mistaken for black.
they will still be that dark.
Man.
It will still be that dark.
Let me tell you, but then I got lost. The first time I got lost in New York, because I was staying at 125th and Lexington in Harlem, right?
We're about to
Yeah.
get it up.
And you got Spanish Harlem. It's like it's 135th.
Uh-huh.
So I went to sleep on the train, and next thing I know, I was in Spanish Harlem.
Yeah.
And I found this dark-skinned dude that I said, hey, I was going to ask him for directions, but he kept speaking Spanish. I said, man, I don't speak Spanish. I said, where you from? And he was from Dominican Republic.
Oh,
Can't
shit.
tell the hell, but needless to say, I stayed lost for a minute until I found somebody who could give me directions to the train. So,
Well, I mean, either way, man.
It's been great.
We unfortunately got to close this up, man. Tony,
Yeah.
thank you so much for your time, bro.
No, thank you for having
we gonna bring this connection back. We gonna do some shows. I'm gonna have you come back for another spot.
okay.
And
We're going to do a show here, too.
we'll definitely make a show happen here.
Yeah.
We want to give a big shout out to Pearl for allowing us to be able to make this happen, and shout out to the neighborhood spot here at 511 East Camp Wisdom Road in Duncanville. It is a spot that literally has everything that you need to complete your night. And so hopefully we have more to come. But we close this podcast off in the same way, Tony. And I allow my guests to go ahead and close it off with any final quote, phrase, word, whatever you want to put out into the universe. It's all on you.
My favorite quote is, and I've been doing this for years, funny is what funny does. If it ain't funny, you ain't doing a damn thing.
Thanks.
That was so cool.
You could do it all.
You can't. Do it all, baby.